Welcome to Deeper Thought by Ajay Almeida. Adam Grant, the famous organizational psychologist from Wharton, says, "We are mental misers. We often prefer the ease of hanging on to old views over the difficulty of grappling with new ones." Now, this is so true in our life. This attitude has cost us a fortune, no doubt about it. So, to give a few examples, you can look at some of the big companies that destroyed their very existence. It has cost big companies their very existence. So, for example, when BlackBerry got too comfortable with certainty, it dismissed the idea that the future of business phones would be a complete touchscreen and not just touch and type. And so it lost its business. And so Apple and other companies took over while BlackBerry sank into obscurity. Not just in business. This attitude has caused a lot of problems. When America failed to rethink its decision to send troops to Vietnam, it resulted in massive loss of lives on both the sides. Moreover, it created a generation of psychologically marred veterans. Think about it. How many times has a rigid attachment to a certain way of thinking and doing things cost you a fortune in terms of your finances, relations, and career? The question is, why do human beings love certitude and hate the fact that rethinking could perhaps give them well informed and ecological decisions? Well, it's because of our attachment to thoughts. The moment we realize that every random thought is not to be trusted, the moment we realize that every random thought is only the first of the many, that every thought, as Ernest Nightingale says, can be reformed and formed. And so, the moment we realize that every random thought is replaceable with a more deliberated and well researched thought, we enter into the mind of great innovators and change makers. That's how impact is created. That's how fantastic companies are built. That's how beautiful things happen. Now, the question is, how do we do that? We begin first by starting to listen to ideas. Ideas that make you think hard and not just opinions that make you feel good. So start listening to things that are the harsh realities that may be different from what you have grown up thinking about. Open up to the different. Take up that challenging course. Connect with people from different cultures and spiritualities. Strike a conversation with them. Listen to understand rather than to speak. And that will be the beginning of something phenomenal and amazing. Now, something marvelous begins to happen when you do this. You begin to take a mental shift from your little known zones to the vast, majestic unknown where all creative solutions lie. So, let's understand this in a more scientific manner. Adam Grant takes us through this model called as hierarchy of thinking styles. Now, it's a very simple model which begins with a cult leader at the base. So, the cult leader is a personality who always says that I am always right, not open to anything. So, no creativity can exist, no innovation can happen in such companies. Such persons are oblivious to change, they do not change. Then you have the personality of a politician. That's they feel that they are right and others are wrong. This is more of a blame game. Then comes a level higher, that's contrarian, where we say you are all wrong and all that matters over here is finding fault in others. This is also an area where change does not really happen. Creativity doesn't happen over here. But when you move to the top ladder, and that is critical thinker, this is where you begin to wonder that probably I might be wrong. And if I am wrong, then I'm open to other suggestions. This is where we begin to rethink. This is the process where rethinking actually happens, where we begin to rethink and reconsider. We engage with other people, we engage with other sources, we question our own sources, and this is where information starts happening. Knowledge starts being produced over here. And as you move higher, you move to the level of a scientist where you're open that I might be wrong. You are now willing to rethink your entire process. And this is where great path breaking innovations happen. All the innovators have always been open to the suggestion that they might be wrong. This is where we begin to gather new information, new models, where new paradigms are created and wonderful things begin to happen here. We can all move to the level of a scientist. The first step is find yourself. Which level are you on? For your reference, I have also added this the hierarchy of thinking styles in the description box. You can download it from there and you can locate yourself honestly. Where do you lie? And then make the transition by opening to other people, by venturing into the unknown, by talking to people who are not from your thinking style, maybe talking to people from different disciplines. And as you do this, as you read different books, as you gather different data, you will begin to rethink and move up to the level of critical thinker and then beyond to the scientist. And I can assure you that when you reach the level of a scientist, that's where you will create your magnus opus, your great work. This is Ajay Almeida. I hope I added some value today. And this is our new series called as Deeper Thought, where we come across a powerful idea and expound on it. Thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell button for future updates.